Let's discuss the elements of a good security plan, starting with security requirements. Security requirements answer the question of why you want your system to be secure and what it means to be secure. A generic description of security is protecting against unauthorized access, use, disclosure, disruption, modification, or destruction. However, you probably care much more about some aspects of security than others. Generally, security is characterized according to the so-called CIA properties, which stands for confidentiality, integrity, and availability. Confidentiality has to do with ensuring information is released only when it is supposed to be. The most well-known aspect of confidentiality is secrecy. Secrecy means that only authorized parties can see particular information. Secrecy is usually implemented using encryption. As an example, an encrypted thermostat command might obscure what temperature setting you sent to your house via your smartphone. In some systems, an observer might know that you sent a thermostat command, but cannot tell what temperature you selected. In other systems, an observer would know that you sent a message, but not even know that this message is a thermostat command. Either way, you're getting some measure of secrecy. Another aspect of confidentiality is called privacy. Privacy ensures that activities cannot be associated with an individual or other entity. To continue the thermostat example, privacy might make the temperature you send to your house publicly available for statistical use, but make it impossible for anyone else to know whose house that temperature was sent to. The I in CIA is integrity, which has to do with making sure that only appropriate changes are made to a system. Preventing or detecting unauthorized data alteration or destruction is called preserving data integrity. For a thermostat example, it is usually important to ensure that new firmware downloads have not been tampered with to avoid introducing malicious code. On the other hand, ensuring that changes to system state can only be made by authorized entities is called authentication. A related concept is non-repudiation, which means that once someone has made an authorized change, it is possible to prove that they made the change and it was not an imposter. For a thermostat, this probably means you do not want strangers changing your thermostat setting, and non-repudiation is probably not that big an issue. The A in CIA stands for availability, which has to do with whether the system is actually working. The most common concept regarding availability is that denial of service attacks are designed to take a system down, thus reducing availability. For a thermostat, this might mean that you do not want malicious attackers to be able to drain your thermostat's battery by spamming it with radio messages from some other compromised device in your house. There are many other concepts related to security beyond these, but this set provides a broad overview of the types of issues security deals with. Which of these CIA properties matters to you depends on your system. Often in embedded systems, data integrity matters more than security. For example, while privacy is nice, you might care much more about someone changing your thermostat setting to freeze your pipes in the winter than you do about whether your utility company knows your exact thermostat setting information.